I'm back, and it's time to do some endgame studies. I was watching Ginger GM, and he had one of his presentations that one of his friends, I forgot the name of the Grandmaster, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. He was really good. He sent Simon Williams, Grandmaster Simon Williams, this problem here, and he went over it. It's on one of his on his site. So if you want to go see it, he has the puzzle set up. But I wanted to take you and talk to you about the how this works as well. He also describes it as well. Excellent. So if you want to see, his as well, he's got it there. Okay. But okay, guys, the idea to win this end game, and that it's a beautiful, beautiful end game, is that our idea is to get a knight here and the king here. So we want to get the hey, how you doing? We want to get the knight here and the king there. So if the pawn exchanges, our king will take, and then we can push the pawn and march our king over. So we have to do this properly. I have it set. So if you guys want to pause later on or right now and do it and look through it, you can do that as well. I have the notation, and I'm going to talk you through it, and then we'll play one game. I know it's a little late today. I had a little bit extra work that I had to do, and I have a little bit more before bed, so this is going to be a long night for me. But you know what? I wanted to get on. I wanted to show you guys this wonderful puzzle that was shown to me. Okay, first of all, the black king can move anywhere he wants. So our idea is to keep going. We keep going here, there, and then our idea. This is stage one. We want to get our knight here. So is there a way to get our knight here? Yes, that's stage one. Actually, we want to get our knight here. We want to transport our knight over here. That's an important square we want to get our knight to. Stage one. How do we do that? We have to kind of, now we got to move our king over. We move our knight to B2, and our knight comes in. Now what the king has to do is this puts the king in Zugzwang, which means it has to move, and we want to get our knight here, and we want to reroute our knight to coming right to A3, so that if he wants to trade off, it's fine. Because if we get to A3, we can move it here, and then we can get our knight. Our idea is to get our knight here, so it's a longer. And I just wanted to say it so I won't forget. Ginger GM says if he's ever asked how many moves he could see in the future, he says I can now see 31, and he does a joke about that. So that's just a little Ginger GM humor. Okay, so idea, knight here still. So king here, knight here, king here. So our idea is still to get there, but we can do it another route as well. We also can get our knight here, and then come here, 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 and there. So our idea is to get here, so that we can get our knight here. Because even if our knight is here and he trades, our king can come in, and we can just push and implement this somewhat of a similar attack. But our goal is, you know what it is, knight on h4, king on h3. Okay, let's progress. He moves there, we go up, and we go here, and so what he has to do, he's got to be careful, because this pawn is sensitive as well. He can move here. He has to stay on these two squares here. Otherwise, if he goes off somewhere else, we can reroute in here and do our idea. So he's got to be very, very careful, because of I'll show you right here. Here comes in our idea. Remember, stage 2, we got our knight to A2. Stage 3, what's stage 3? Here. And so we accomplished our goal. now we get our king, or we have to get our king right here and our knight here, king there. And then after this, he gave an example of that's how you win. Okay, but let's just go back to the very beginning. We're just going to talk through it. Okay, so what happens is we understand there's 3 stages or 4 stages that we have to get to. We want to get our knight here. We want to get our king here. That's the last stage of the fight, because when he takes, we take. You got to see what happened. Total destruction. And so what we have to do is we have to move our king off, and our idea is to go here, 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 oops, here, 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 and then we want to reroute our, oops, darn it, I apologize, here, 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 and then what happens is we reroute our knight, and we get here, and then our idea is to go from here to here. When the king moves, we want to come back here. I think, let me see if that's right. Let's see, come back here. No, I don't. I think, oh, sorry. Erase this one. Idea from here is actually to come here, and then let me see. I'm trying to look all the way to the future too. Let's see, how many moves is that? Let's see, because I think I made a boo-boo here, or a miscalculation there. But so let's count how many moves we saw in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got to see. So let's go to move 10. Oops, not move 10, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I miscalculated. We saw 13 moves in the future. And we got to this critical point. Remember what we talked about? When the king moves, we want to get our knight here. So we do that by moving there. You see how we did that? Here, here, and there. Because we need to have this spot. We need to have the knight here so that we can get it over here. That's the only way to do it. And you're wondering what happens if you take. And let's say the king comes in. Oops, my bad there. That was a mouse slip on my part. And then he comes here, check. He comes there. Remember what we talked about? And then now we just gobble up the rest of the pawns. Simon Williams talked about this variation as well. And so, like I said, if any one of the followers that are watching want to do this problem themselves, just stop the tape at the beginning or wherever through this puzzle, and you can see along the way so that you can improve. Isn't it beautiful how end games, even though they're said that they're boring, they're actually really masterpieces of art, because he had to take his knight from here, send it to here, to get to here, to actually get to there. Isn't that amazing how a knight could jump around the board? It could jump from here to here, to here, and then back to here. Like what we were talking about, how bishops would only be able to stay on, if it was light square bishop, it'd only be able to stay here. It wouldn't have the beauty. Bishops are powerful. I like bishops too. But I mean knights, the power of their abilities to move is amazing. That's why we should work our hardest to master knight maneuvers, because that'll change the tide in an endgame. You might even be down a knight to a rook, and you're able to win the game because you know better how your knight moves. Your opponent walks into a fork, you win it, you have a passed pawn, game over, you win, because you understood knights. And this is a wonderful puzzle to learn how knights move and the beauty of knights. Okay, enough of that. This was the puzzle I wanted to do, and we'll play a couple games. But remember, if you want to solve this and learn how knights move and everything, um, more just do it. Okay, trust me, it's worth going over this. You can watch either Grandmaster Simon Williams' one on Ginger GM, or you can watch mine here. I don't explain it as good as he does, but I wanted to show this to you as well. So you have two places you can go to, mine and his, Ginger GM's. Okay, let's get on to a game. Alrighty. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's create. Oh, interesting. What's this one? 1500. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it some. Just give it some love. Maybe I can even push Harry as well. I could push my Harry pawn. I'd love to do that. Get some attack on the king side. Feel the power. Feel the power. Okay, he's going for somewhat of a French, so we don't have to worry about. Sam Williams also has a really good London System DVD if you wanted to do that as well. So I've been going through that. That's good water. Water's good. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna develop here. Wait, and also, Jeremy Selman says you need to have a plan as well. So does Simon Williams. So like you have to have an idea of where you want to go with your position. So let's see. I'm gonna play here. I'm gonna get my bishop to the long open file. He's probably gonna play here, retreat back. He's gonna play. We want him to actually lock. Yes, sweet. Okay. Let's see. He's really pawn pushing. So let's see if we can take advantage of his pawn moves. Let's see. What piece is not being protected is the knight at this moment. So let's see if we can take advantage of that. We could play queen here, and then we could drop our knight in right there. So he's going for an attack. So he's really overextending his position. So let's see. I'm gonna retreat my queen back all the way, and I know I can reroute her right into f4 if I need to, or f3, and then start. See, his queen side is wrecked, so we gotta take advantage. He's gonna probably go d4, and his play is gonna be on the queen side, so we're gonna have to get some counterplay, my friends. Counterplay. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna get Harry going up the board. I want to play Harry, because then if he plays here, I could takes, and I win the rook. So that locks down the king side. His position is really, really cramped. So we have to stay ahead. My idea is I want to play either Gary. Oh, so he wants to play there. Okay. I want to play Gary, so I'm going to play Gary up here. I call my G-Punk Gary. Yeah. We want to keep the position closed if we can. This actually helps me dramatically, the exchange. His now queen side is still wrecked. Nothing he can really do about it. I need to get my rooks involved though. Let's see. Do I want to take with the pawn? Open up the position? No. I'm going to take with the bishop. Because I don't want to open up. He has a bishop diagonal here. So let's keep this. I'm going to castle. I might castle queen side. I'm not exactly sure. This is a crazy fight right now. Okay, we're ahead this time, so I'm not sure. I might play. No, I don't want to play queen here because, yeah, that is a pickle that he put us in. Let's get our. I do not want to open that side up at this moment. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that he can do? Not really. So I'm gonna bring my queen in because I want to keep this position closed. I want to keep the open ability to maybe even checkmate here if and I could even take with knight takes bishop takes pawn attacking the rook. This queen move was really powerful. There's a whole bunch of ideas that the queen to f3 opened up. I'm not going to castle right away because rook on c7 is way too strong. C8 is way too strong. He's having to think what can he do. His position's cramped, so I don't want to, if I don't have to, trade pieces off. So, and I don't want to open it if I don't have to as well. One idea that he might do is f6, pawn f6, so this should be an interesting idea if he does that. If he goes pawn f6, I'm probably going to... Ooh, So he opens that up. Wow, he just locks down that position even further. That is not a good idea for him. That was a very bad idea. Now I'm going to reroute my knight here in there and attack his queen and bishop. Which I don't think, I think he could fork right here. Well, not really. I could play queen there after the fork, and then that handles that problem. Yeah, so I'm still good. This move doesn't pan out either. So let's see. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? So the knight drops and does. I have to now be careful of knight to h2 because that does a lot a problem for me. So he has a wonderful outposted knight as well, but not as powerful as mine. So what I'm thinking about doing is queen here, bishop to e, to knight, and then I can take the knight, removing basically his most powerful piece out of the game. Yes, my bishop, but if you look, does my bishop have any scope? No. So, and I can also win a pawn in this position as well. And also, if he pushes, yeah, that's what I thought he might play. His knight doesn't have anywhere to go. It's going down. And with that, the game will be toast. Because then I can implant a rook here after this guy's gone. And it's going to be nothing but pain and more pain. I can move my king. Oh. Wow. That was an interesting move sequence for sure, for sure. Let's see. There we go. Okay. We'll see if there's anyone else that wants to play. Do we want to face an 1800? Let's see. We'll do one more, but I gotta make sure I pick the right one because we want to play a decent player. We don't want to play one that. I mean, I don't mean to down my opponent. They're good players. I understand. But hey, does anybody want to play before I get on? I forgot to ask. Would anyone you like to play? If you would, just send a message. I know there's a lag, so sorry about that. Just my eyes are a little tired. But so if anyone would like to play, I know there's a lag. Send your name, and we'll type it in if you're on. Well, if not, I'm kind of gonna have to call it an early thing because I have some work I gotta do tomorrow. I appreciate that you guys logged on. I'm sorry I was a little bit, late or tardy today. Had some extra work I had to get done. Yeah, work never ending. But okay, guys, with that, I'm going to, head out to get the rest of my work done. Thank you for watching. It's going to be longer tomorrow, okay? So don't worry about it. This is just a short time right now. So, as Wesley So says, God serve the Lord Jesus, and as I say, guys, always God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Do the puzzle if you'd like, and improve. If there's any followers out there or anybody that is just got on to see and they like what they see, click follow. There'll be more to come. Bye bye, guys.